Welcome back. So thank you for joining me again this morning. The last time we spoke, I talked about breaking down in a city or rural location, someplace where you have mobile phone coverage. Today, I'm out in the bush. I'm about 75 kilometers south of Nara, New South Wales, and where I'm at, there is no mobile phone coverage, so I have to start thinking about, well, I've broken down, what do I need to do? Well, prior to going on the trip this morning, I did actually tell my friends and family that I would be traveling out this way, probably to the Jarrow Langra lookout and also to Tianjara Falls, and I told them I would probably be back in town somewhere after 1:30 this afternoon. I did tell them I was taking my mobile phone, and I do carry a satellite phone, especially in places where I know I have no mobile phone coverage. So I have my sat phone with me today, and along with the sat phone in the car, because I do a lot of remote travel, I also have a high frequency radio, and as you can see, that's this antenna here. And of course, I do have a UHF radio, which is this radio antenna over here. And then when I'm traveling with the Just for Kids Children's Charity, I also have a VHF radio that I'm in contact with the other people in my convoy. So I think I have communication fairly well covered for the situation that I'm in today. Previous video, I spoke about personal locator beacons and other equipment that you can contact people for assistance while in remote locations. I have spoken to people about Starlink in regards to remote communication, and I think it's something to look at. So let's have a look at a couple of things that I carry handheld. I do carry a satellite phone. Again, UHF radios, these are invaluable when you're backing or moving the vehicle around in a caravan park or other situations. So as I said before, the satellite phones are indispensable for actually getting help. Once they're connected to the satellite, they do give a GPS location. If you ring 112, they're going to get a ping off the phone, and they'll have a latitude and a longitude, so they'll know exactly where you're at, and they can respond accordingly to the emergency situation or the situation that you're in. So you can contact both family, friends, and the emergency services. You need to know where you're at. So a GPS, I think, is also a valuable piece of equipment. So I've got a UHF radio in the car, and of course I have this connected to my battery directly so that I don't have to go through the ignition or anything else. Should there be a problem with the ignition or the main battery fuse, I still have power to my radio. I do carry a high frequency radio, and again, this is connected to a dedicated battery that's behind the seat. That way I don't have to worry about power from my fridge or my auxiliary batteries. This radio is purely for emergency situations. I use this a lot while I'm in the bush. It's a lifeline for me. I'm connected with two services, VKS 737. They look after us really well as Reeds. So again, I think the HF radio is still a valuable tool these days to be able to contact people in an emergency situation, let people know on a regular basis where you're at and how your trip's going. Again, the mobile telephone, when there is service, and again, it's hands-free, so I don't have to worry about any problems with Johnny Law. So you've contacted friends or family or the emergency services or your vehicle assist company. What do? Well, get comfortable. You're going to have to wait. In a city location, it can take up to 2 hours for vehicle assist people to get to you. Certainly the emergency services, depending on where you're at, could get a very quick response. Certainly where I'm at today, I'm looking at least 45 minutes to an hour, if not more. So you need to be able to take care of yourself while you're waiting. This means food, needs water, needs shelter. Make sure that you have a first aid kit with you, also a snake bite kit. If you're prone to bee stings, you need to make sure that you have an anaphylaxis kit with you as well, or any other medication. So you need to think about these things before you pack. It's lovely here today. It's a nice breeze blowing. It's about 18 degrees. Couldn't have picked a better day to come out and do this. We're going to drive back to the house, then I'm going to go through the back of the truck with you. So back home in the driveway now, and we can have a look at the equipment that I carry in the back of the truck to keep myself safe while camping, but also should I break down in the bush. So in the drawers at the back of the car on the left hand side, I keep my foodstuffs. So this is just an odds and sods. It's got some knives in it, some bags, cribbage boards, some extra hand tools, and other things that I put in there. And again, this changes depending on the trip that I'm going on and where I'm going. So then these are my two main food kind of containers. Again, it says canned goods, stock cubes, gravy, spices. Stock's pretty low on this at the moment, so I will be refreshing this probably next Friday, because I am going to do a short trip down the south coast to a little place called Erloon. So in this tub, normally I carry my noodles, pastas, parmy cheese, some cornbread mix, breadcrumbs, some baking soda, and some other dry products like that. And again, that just all fits really nicely in here. This area here is for other items. So in that drawer, along with the items I just showed you, I carry a pair of welding gloves, some trash bags, salt and pepper normally, some extra stubby holders. This is biodegradable camp wash. I do carry some dishwashing liquid, pancake mix, 2 plates, 2 bowls, 2 sets of forks, knives, and spoons, 2 skillets, 1 pot. Those are the bogs and the bags for my portable toilet. Obviously steel wool, cutting board, knife. So again, that all fits in the drawer just like the other cooking items I showed you before. So in the right-hand drawer, I carry most of my equipment, my tools, spare parts for the car. Just a couple of items here. I still carry the original jack for the car and also the parts to be able to jack the car up and also get the spare tire down. Spare tire on the Amarok is up underneath the car, and it does take a tool to get in there and to unloosen it up. So that's in this bag here, and I have a spare one that's in the glove box as well. Again, a funnel. Very useful tool for getting motor oil or other fluids into the car, and also diesel. Fire extinguisher, fire blanket. Please make sure that you check these, make sure they're in good condition and they're recharged. If your extinguisher's been in your car for a while, don't be afraid to take it out, turn it upside down, give it a good shake to make sure that the powder's not caked at the bottom of the extinguisher. If they sit in the car for a long time, rattle around, the powder does settle, so you need to get that moving. So again, filters, carry an air filter, there's an oil filter, and that's a fuel filter. I also carry a fuel jiggler to be able to transfer fuel out of the jerry cans or other storage devices into the car. Jumper leads. With the new vehicles, the charge packs are probably the better way to go. Certainly if you have lithium batteries in your car, you need a special jump box for those. Again, please make sure you know how to use these correctly so you don't hook them up the wrong way and have a problem with your battery or causing a fire and explosion. Again, bog in the bags, they're part of my portable toilet system. Wheel nut driver, I do carry an angle grinder and also a drill with me and a battery, of course, for that device and the charge. The stub for the rear of the car so I can use my recovery equipment with it. That goes into the trailer hitch. And then, of course, in the hole here on the end, you can use a C shackle. Now, again, if you're using soft shackles, you need to change this out for one that's suitable for soft shackles. So along with this, there's some other tools in another drawer. Now, in this top drawer, I carry items that are a bit long and really don't have any other place in the car to store them. So I carry tire bars just in case I need to change a tire. Torque wrench. Really important you carry a torque wrench, sockets, and also extensions to make sure that you can not only change your tires, but of course retorque your lug nuts from time to time while you travel. They do come loose. Head torch, some extra straps to hold down the refrigerator, trailer conversion plug, bars and pegs from my rooftop tent. So this is a device for the high reach jack. It can assist you in doing some other jack. Believe it or not, you can use your high reach jack to help recover yourself. Takes a lot of work, but it can be done. As far as tools go, I really don't carry more than what I need to actually take care of my own vehicle. So what I found over the years is that too much stuff is too much weight. I've cut down my toolkit to what I really need. Torque drives, screwdriver, 1/2 inch drive, 3/8 drive, sockets, both normal and deep, 1/4 inch sockets, deep sockets, multi-grip pliers, a multi-hole drill, some other hex drives and other things, small pry bar. Also carry regular wrenches and also line wrenches, a couple of multi-grip, and then some extensions that won't fit in that bag that go into that top drawer. Just rolls up and clips. It's probably one of the best little bags that I've found. A company called Atlas. Friends up at A247 up in Coolum carry these. They're not that expensive, and really they will carry what you need to look after yourself in the bush as far as tools go. So here's a look at the electrical equipment I carry. Again, just some connectors, battery connectors, crimping tools, wire strippers, a meter, fuel for the small butane torch, and then also the other large torch, plenty of heat shrink, cable ties, spare wire of a variety of different sizes. Carry a camp stove, obligatory teapot, 2-burner stove, a small air compressor, not the biggest one in the world, works really well. Portable shower, these are great. Look, at the end of the day, a little bit of warm water, well, a lot of warm water. You can have a nice shower in the bush. A collapsible bucket, again, that's been so useful. I can't tell you how many things I've used that for. They're great. So a little Primus stove and appropriate hoses. I also carry a high reach jack and a base. That's a ground sheet. I do carry a set of snake gaiters with me. Obviously the Nespresso machine, water, along with the other equipment I carry in the car. I carry a fair amount of recovery equipment with me. I carry a snatch strap. So in this little cubby hole at the back of the car, it's on the right hand side, you'll see my recovery equipment. And down in the bottom there's a bridle, a couple of extra D-shackles, dampener, tree protector, an extender, another snatch strap, other recovery strap. That all fits very well in that little corner there. And of course, again, on the underwell here, like 10 liters of oil. And again, this oil is specific for my vehicle. And then there's some other for the base to my high reach jack and some other bits and pieces that are just too large to put in any of the drawers. So in these drawers, an assortment of items, extra cables, batteries, an extra rescue light, some matches. Again, I carry a variety of extra emergency equipment, hand saw, some hand wipes, Cylon stick, an emergency fishing kit, and some webbing. As the vehicle evolves, my needs evolve. This all changes. In here, I've got some fire starters, one of the best fire starters out there on the market, other than the ones that you can make yourself. I make my own as well, and I've got a video coming out about that in the next couple of weeks. I'm also going to make some citronella candles. These are some cool sheets. Put these in cold water or even damp water, and of course the natural evaporation that occurs will help cool you. Bit of Zippo lighter fluid. A young lady gave that to me in college. In the top here, charger for the UHF radio. Okay, depending on where I go away, this will change. So again, just some bits and pieces, and also the GoPro camera equipment and the mounts that I have. Obviously my refrigerator. So we all have a variety of electronic equipment in our car. Refrigerators, radios, solar panels, etc. We need to make sure that we have the appropriate charging devices and cables as well. This is a little Oz Trail camp table. Multi-adjustable, used it as a coffee table, used it as a work table. It's a great little table. Packs up in half. So in the back of the sleeping bag, first aid kit, my sleeping bag, dome shelter. Move around to the side here. I've also got my portable grill. I talked about ratchet straps. They're invaluable. You need to make sure that you have ratchet straps with you. So the radio, sun cream, just some hand washing stuff and some hair gel, flashlight, obviously my bug spray, darn important, especially with Ross River fever and dengue fever. Variety of glues, and certainly Loctite, a high-vis vest, blanket in a small bag, another ratchet strap, small towel. Now my HF radio and battery are behind the seat. In the door, that's the handheld remote for the winch, the spigot for the jerry can, toilet paper, a towel, again ratchet strap, cable ties, fencing wire, stainless steel cable. They're lifesavers in the bush, along with tape. Gorilla tape, good stuff. Camp chair, be lost without that. Your setup is going to be different from mine, and your setup needs to be unique to your lifestyle and your camping and traveling requirements. So I hope that was useful for you. I hope it was good information and gave you an idea of how I'm going to pack my vehicle for not only the upcoming trip to Araluen, see that video, and also the trip with the Just for Kids Children's Charity. They still have spots available. www.justforkidsmotortrail.com.au. Okay, so let's bring this back to yesterday's discussion about breakdowns. The equipment that I carry in my car, yes, it's for camping and travel, but still very useful when I break down. Food, water, shelter, things to keep me busy and entertained while I wait. Communication equipment. Want to be comfortable, you want to be safe while you're waiting for assistance to get to you. So folks, I hope you found that interesting, entertaining, and informative. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. It's Friday afternoon. Get out in the bush. Enjoy this wonderful country that we have. Again, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please donate if you can. www.justforkidschildren's charity. We really could use your funds to assist us in our programs for the next year. Thank you again for watching. We'll catch you up next week.